we have some proof that Ripple won the case. I'll talk more about that in a moment, but for now, let's just remember that crypto trading isn't always fair. Once, XRP went up to 69 cents, but then it fell even faster to around 60 cents. This shows us again that price changes are as regular as wind patterns. But XRP will bounce back, as it has in the past and will do again. The title of the video asks if XRP will go down to 50 cents or up to $1. It's the end of the week, so let's get right to that premium review with our friend JD on Patreon. We will only be looking at the non-logarithmic chart and the XRP BTC chart for now, even though he shared 3 different charts. If we look at the non-log scale, we can see that this multi-year trend line has been broken. But we need at least 2 to 3 weeks above the trend line to get a better sense of the breakout and make it less likely that it was just a fake breakout. If we do try this trend line again and bounce off of it, making it new support, that will be a very good sign for the next move up. If we look at the XRP BTC chart, JD tells us that he turned more of the BTC he had been saving up during times of fear into XRP. At this point, he says, he thinks the risk to benefit is better. And JD says we should pay attention to the break on this XRP BTC chart. He says that the XRP/BTC pair needs to break back above the symmetric triangle in order to keep going up. We can also see that he added another trend line to this XRP BTC chart. This line shows another support line that might help the bounce. Last thoughts from JD. Long term, he says, I am bullish on XRP, but if we don't see that bounce on the XRP BTC chart within a few weeks, he says, we may have a short-term period of downside action, which would make it easier for everyone to buy. At these levels, he says, I am not a buyer on XRP USD, but I am a buyer on XRP BTC, which means he's buying XRP with his Bitcoin. This is the other thing I want to look at. The founder and CEO of Galaxy Digital, Mike Novogratz, changed his mind about Ripple as well. Pay attention to what he said. Because Ripple, the company, owns 60% of XRP, or 55, or 50% of them now, I wasn't sure if it would last. I thought, that just doesn't seem like a plan that's going to work. I was completely wrong. Brad Garlinghouse and his team deserve praise. Ripple is now a well-known name. There is a real XRP army. They care about their coin and environment. So, yes, it can be used for something. But that something is pretty much the same as Bitcoin. People may want to store value there too. The real question is, how many of these environments can we have? How much is the whole crypto market worth now? 500 million? Yes, 1.5. That's half of Apple. As a result, the global capital markets get a lot more attention than this field gets in terms of time, money, people, podcasts, conferences, and research papers. Toss a coin, and put all the Apple workers on one end and all the crypto employees on the other. I know who I'll bet on. Not to mention that it wouldn't be an XRP movie without some talk about bad government. According to Deaton Level's claims of wrongdoing against Senator Elizabeth Warren, she broke her oath from Big D on X. Elizabeth Warren broke her promise. She is supposed to keep an eye on the SEC, and she does. Instead, she planned something with her close friend Gary Gensler. She told him exactly what questions she would ask at the meeting and how she thought it should be answered. Okay, tonight there is a shocking story about how Elizabeth Warren, Senator Elizabeth Warren, and her office planned her testimony with the SEC before a Senate hearing. A FOIA request from the Heritage Foundation Oversight Project, which I'm a part of, got emails from Warren's office to Chairman Gary Gensler's office 2 days before his September 2021 Senate statement. There's a list of questions in the email from Warren's economic policy advisor. Take a look at this list of questions Senator Warren was going to ask the head of the SEC, along with possible answers. This is what the assistant wrote: let me know if you're okay with the questions as they are now. After 2 days, she sent a follow-up message that said, let me know if it looks like the chair has any problems with the way the questions are worded. You don't want to put him in a tough spot at all, end quote. And it looks like the chairman didn't mind these questions because Senator Warren asked them almost exactly as they were written in the email. Look at this. Chair Gensler, supporters of crypto markets say they are all about making money available to everyone. But the most vulnerable people in the economy are the ones who will have to take their money out the fastest when the market drops. Do you think this is the way to make sure everyone has access to money? He says, think about this. There is only one person in Congress who is strongly against Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, and that person is Elizabeth Warren. She's on the banking committee that oversees the SEC, but she hasn't asked the SEC or Gensler about SBS in all the time she's met with them. She hasn't asked Gensler why or how he missed the SBS theft, since he met with SBF so often. Also, why did Gensler meet with SBF more than once? Gensler didn't meet with Brian Armstrong, Paul Grewal, and the rest of the Coinbase team, even though Coinbase begged for talks and is the biggest exchange in the US and a public company. Instead, Gensler was meeting with the CEO of a cryptocurrency exchange in the Bahamas. This person turned out to be the Bernie Madoff of cryptocurrency. Warren is in charge of the SEC. Why hasn't she asked for those meeting notes like Patrick McHenry has? Why hasn't she done any of these things? The answer won't surprise you, I'm sure. She's worth $80 million, according to sources. With a pay of $205,000 a year, she makes $5 million a year. She spends $70,000 more a month than her job pays her in a year. She has 4 boats and 10 posh cars. This person doesn't want anything to alter. Besides that, this person doesn't care about the people she works for. Also, pot, this is kettle, and you're black, no matter how much she wants to attack crypto. She also has crypto worth $5 million. Here's the dirty little secret about politics in the United States right now. The people we vote for to run the government are not the ones who run it. Criminals, con artists, and terrorists have been ripping people off for a long time. The rules we have need to be updated to fit the times. In front of Congress, Gary Gensler, who is currently the head of the SEC, couldn't even say if Ethereum was a regulated investment or not. I think that is very embarrassing. We need to make real changes if we want real results. The box below the video's description has links to everything it talks about. We'll talk again soon.